Start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Start your show now, press 1.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
Press 2.
4, 3, since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Sorry about that. Hey, you guys. Hello. So, I am here to face the lion. And I'm fully prepared to face the lion. Hello, Jay and MRA. Hi. I want to face this lion and I want to get it over with. And I don't want to ever have to speak of it again. I have had people going around the internet telling lies on me for the past 4 years. It's been the hardest thing. I faced the harshest judgment that I didn't deserve. During that time, I have suffered from depression, health problems, and PTSD because of the things that were done to me and because of the accusations that were untrue. Just because of greed and money and people that thought that I was going to take away from their money. So I want you today to call in and you tell me if you think that High Priestess Yemaya Jamila is a sexual predator. And I want to hear from you today. Call in to 516-590-0362. And the reason I am doing this is because I want to take the power out of the hands of the disgusting individuals that started this rumor about me. And I want to put it to rest and never speak of it again. Caller, you're live.
Hello.
Yeah, hey, your voice sounds familiar.
Yes, ma'am. I just called yesterday. I apologize.
No, you're fine. No worries. I'm glad to hear your voice.
Yes, ma'am. I know what this is about. I know you are so gifted. Your spirit is so rich. Your soul is so, it has so much flavoring and so much history, as far as just it's textured very well. So a lot of people, they don't know how to, comprehend all of that beautiful combination of, you're like a triple threat,
There is a woman, and her name is Tina Turner, and she has been going around calling me a pedophile for the past 4 years, and I am not a pedophile. This has caused numerous.
I've heard about that.
This has caused numerous investigations by the police, FBI agents, and everybody in the Department of Family Services. And I have never harmed a child. And see, my spirits have already shown me that the reason why this woman attacks me is because her own family is guilty of something against her. So that's why she attacks me.
Oh my goodness.
But that
makes perfect sense.
I want to be done with it. And I do not need to hide her from my people. because I have nothing to hide.
Wow.
And she made up this lie about me. She made it up and she has been using it. And this is why I've been defending Michael Jackson and R. Kelly. I've been defending both of these brothers.
It's a humiliation ritual. That's all it is a humiliation ritual. They did it to Chris Brown too. It was a humiliation ritual.
My whole thing about it is that I care about it because I am not those things. And it hurts me a whole lot. And they're trying to purposely hurt me. And my family is too weak to speak out for me. And I've been speaking for myself.
Yeah. No, yeah, you better believe this is a ritual. I promise you on everything. This is a humiliation ritual. Chris Brown did not hurt Rihanna, and they I know I understand he may have gotten violent, but I don't think to that extent, because the way his mama was crying, I know he loves his mom.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just the way his mama was crying in that interview with Larry King. To me, there was no way her heart was broken.
I would have never thought that as an average citizen that I would be on YouTube and go through this.
Yeah.
And I'm done with it.
Individual.
I send back all of their negative energy. These people have done nothing but hurt me.
I return it too. I return it because I'm in a slander campaign. This is a slander campaign. It's street theater. So I curse their street theater and I bless my privacy.
Yeah. Not only your privacy, but the right to not be condemned for something you didn't do.
Yes, for something that heinous. That's a heinous crime. I would never want to be. And I've been through that. So, and I'm sure you, as beautiful as you are, know that you felt disgusting just from the way people may look at you.
Yeah, well, and you know what? It is disgusting because, but let me show you, let me tell you some of the titles. You ain't doing shit, bitch, exposing a pussy pop. Jamila's a dumbass, weak bitch. Ashira is right, plus you copy her all the time. LOL, Jamila's big man.
Yeah, I hear all they feel real miserable.
This woman has done countless hangouts saying this about me, and I want to speak about it. So if you are someone that was drawn to me, I want you to call in, and I want you to say, do y'all really think that I am a pedophile?
No way. Come on now. That's just ridiculous. Misery loves company. And I know this is a slander campaign because they know that you're so gifted.
That's some pretty big slander, though. What is the purpose of this? Why would you do this to a person? And why haven't the police went over there and arrested any of them?
Exactly.
And I knew it was going to all come to a head one day. Look, all y'all people out there, I ain't got to keep this away from my channel. I don't have to do that. She's a liar. She's a scam artist.
Exactly.
And you know what?
Do this. And she's a parasite. This is just like Tommy Sotomayor is a parasite. They feed off of the pain and profit of their people. They're no better than a pawn shop.
And then I saw her, listen, I want to say this to Ashira Star Goddess. I don't have anything against you, but my problem with you is that you don't really go by your own agenda. But this woman uses everything.
Thank you so much. She needs to be exposed. She is so awful. Ashira, she was 7. She got some underlying energy with her. Her energy is not all the way congruent.
She's got something feeding off of her energetically.
Oh yeah, she's a puppet to something.
She's a puppet, right?
Then there's no way.
We're here to look out for Ashira because Ashira is one of us. She's one of us. We'll tear her down if we have to.
She's playing for the other team. Just because she looks like us. We don't.
But listen, I don't hate Ashira because she has her own opinion. I would never want to hurt her children.
Oh no!
You see what I'm saying? See, that's the difference.
She's smart.
Listen,
she's smart, but she's not using her gifts with integrity. Her integrity is different. That is a problem. She's a genius, and she's drinking the Kool-Aid. Let's just keep it real.
I've often wondered if Ashira and other bigger YouTubers that are spiritualists have been the ones attacking me. I've thought about that. Only a smart person would.
You got celebrities on you. So what makes you think they wouldn't do it?
But see, here's my whole thing though, sis. I'm not here to hurt you. Don't listen to that woman that tells you that. She'll befriend you and do work on you and blame it on me.
That's right.
She's done it before. I've never had the intent to hurt anybody. I love everybody.
Oh, and
you know
it's
what I'm saying?
Sincere in your voice and the way you're a natural great mother. Everybody can tell by the way you.
I'm the mother of the zodiac. I'm the mother. You're right. I'm the mother. I'm the mother. I'm a Cancer.
I feel that from you. I can feel that so strong.
And I love being a mother. And I don't mind feeding these women, but you got to show some respect. And see, Yemaya, that's why I brought up Yemaya, because she wanted her name in this title. And she said, why would you do this to her? That is my mother. Yemaya is my mother.
Yes, she is the mother. She is a water mother.
Yeah. She's the earth mother. She's Gaia.
Yeah. So she's
Gaia.
Yeah, she is all of that. All of that. She's all of that in one. It's a beautiful energy. She's got all of the elements all in one.
She loves and accepts and respects everybody.
Mm-hmm.
She does. But she'll call you out on your bullshit. Yemaya.
And
y'all have gotten like I am the embodiment of Yemaya and Lakshmi. I feel like they're the same person. I've came on here and my temper. Ooh. You see what I'm saying? Like how I can be so freaking, but I don't do that to my kids. Like sometimes but that's only when that's only when I feel like, hey, I need a break. You know, Yemaya ain't had no break. She ain't had no break from none of her children. She ain't had no break.
Of course.
She ain't had no break for about 3,000 years.
And it helps too, having a little bit of
she don't get no break.
Be a lot more efficient.
That's the whole point. She don't get no break.
Oh my Lord, that's serious. That is serious. That's love. That is love.
If you guys want to say something to me, if anybody on my platform has looked at any of these videos, I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you. Call in to 516-590-0362. And I want to talk to you today. I want to talk to you today. Oh, hey, cousin. You need to do laundry. You can always count on your cousin. What's up, TT? Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Give me a hug. You miss cousin Charlie? Yeah. You're so sweet. I miss you too. I'm doing good. I like your shoes. I've been doing all right. Been dealing with the world. Anyway, okay. And you know what? Ain't no kids will ever say that I've touched them inappropriately. I want this woman to call in. I want this woman to call in today and confront me.
Goodness. You're going to face the lion today, aren't you?
I'm ready to face the lion on a Monday. And I got all my peeps behind me.
Real. That's some stamina. That's some backbone.
Okay. Okay. Let me hop on camera real quick. And I do have my nightgown on. Okay.
Yeah. So you ready to make sure you come full force today. No holding back.
I'm ready to face the lion. Call in and talk to me. Let's talk about it.
Oh, I want to hear this. This is juicy, baby. Juicy.
I feel like Michael Jackson reborn. Like I said, you guys, like probably over half of the population does not believe that about Michael Jackson.
I know it's not true. That was just, he bought Sony and Tommy Mottola and all of that stuff. If you draw the cards on Tommy Mottola, him and Mariah Carey is next because she exposed Tommy Mottola. So, you know, it's definitely going to be something serious.
Here's the whole thing, though. Men react differently to energy. So men, when they're hit with negative energy, they can react very violently and stupidly. There's some negative beings and entities sending us bad energy, and this woman is one of them. And I want her to be a woman. And you know what she'll say? She'll say, oh, I wouldn't bring this ratchet stuff to my channel. No, I have nothing to hide, so I'm coming right here for you guys. I'm right here in your face.
I want this.
I want her to call in. And I want to face the lion in front of every one of my clients and in front of every one of my spirits and my people and my ancestors. And I want her to say to my face that she believes that I'm a pedophile. Or is she saying it? Is she saying it just to get attention on her channel and just to get back at me? And I want her to do it. I want her to do it. And you can see that there's someone else on the line. Let's see. We're going to see who this is. Caller, you're live.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good in spite, but yeah.
I have come across some of the videos, and I know one thing about myself is that my intuition will never steer me to someone that is going to be doing harm to someone else, and that is not the vibe that I just what I'm using.
Thank you, sis. That means a lot to me because it really is not true.
Spirit has given me, and he will, and spirit will not lead me.
Yeah.
To someone that is going to be doing harm or doing workings against someone else in a negative light with those types of intentions.
Yeah. That's a big brand to put on somebody. And I think that they made it up because
someone that herself is a mother would never harm anyone's child.
Right, exactly. I think that they felt that I was a threat, and I think they were willing to do
from a place of jealousy.
Yeah,
it comes from a place of jealousy and envy, and the type of work and the connection that you have to spirit and the work that Yemaya would have you to do.
Yeah, you're right about that, and it's really, really hard when the people that you love and your mother, your own mother is okay with this and she hasn't said anything. Your mother that has known you her entire life. And my mother knows what's in my heart. And for her to sit back and allow me to be judged that way and not to say, wait a minute, hold on. Don't put that on my daughter. That my daughter is many things. She might be a spoiled brat. She might be a tyrant sometimes, but don't label her as somebody like that.
Literally, I have been asking spirit for direction in a way to send me in a direction where my spirit will be fed.
Yeah.
And literally, your video was the first one that popped up. But then also, I started seeing all of these negative things that were saying. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to automatically jump to the negative and see, you know, what this one, that one, and the other one is saying. I'm going to go to the source. I have been following you and subscribed to your channel now for a few months. And literally, everything that you have said has lined up and recorded in my life. And then I went back and said, okay, well, these negative things keep popping up about, you know, Priestess and this, that, and the other. So I started listening. I was like, nothing about her character or her spirit that I have seen lines up with any of these falsehoods that are being said against.
Yeah. That's what I've been relying on a whole lot too, is people using their discernment. And I really appreciate that, because literally up until I started to journey and to get deeper into my spirituality. Are you in right now? Hold on a second. My grandbaby's fussing. Be a mystery within itself. Good Lord. Okay, I had to find my purse, y'all. Shit. So, okay. It's totally the complete opposite of the truth as far as who I am as a person. And as I've grown, as I have grown as an adult, that nothing like that is ever manifested, except for dealing with younger men. Now, I've dealt with younger men. And I think that's part of their basis of saying that, because younger men have fallen in love with me to the point where they've called me and told me how much they were in love with me. And so either they're looking for healing or they're looking for money, one or the other. I think it's probably they're looking for money and they need healing. You said what now?
I said more than likely they're looking for money but actually need healing.
You know what? Money is healing, though. I've been doing this journey with Lakshmi. Money is healing, because you know what? Lakshmi is an updated version of a God that knows the value of money. So money is healing. It is, but only temporarily. If you need deep healing within your soul and your spirit, money ain't gonna do it. And even I'm going through that too. Yeah. Money ain't gonna do it. You got to heal in other areas. That, it's a lot of people out there that got billions of dollars and they messed up. Oprah is one of them. Oprah is a multi-billionaire. And this lady still ain't happy. She's got demons. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing about it is that I've never done anything like that. So the spirits and the gods, they know that that is not what is in my heart. No, it's the
Right.
Hold on a minute, you guys. I gotta find my debit card. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back. I got. They all about to go shopping and shit. And you know, shopping, when you get to be my age, it ain't really, you know, it's not that big of a deal for people my age, you know. So anyway, you know, I'm ready to sew some clothes or something. I'd rather sew my clothes up or something. I think that the fact that these people don't want to face me on my own platform head on is the fact that that they know that it's something that is a lie, but they want to still create a lie based upon that genre, because there are some people that enjoy that genre of entertainment. For me, it's all about family, childbirth, nutrition, you know, passing on my seed, doing something better for my kids than what my parents did for me. And that didn't mean staying with a man that I didn't truly love or I wasn't truly in love with. So a lot of them will try to use stuff against us. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think that the only thing that I would be guilty of is following my heart. And what is the fucking harm in doing that?
There's no harm in doing that.
And you know what? I did a ritual on the new moon to where everybody's expectations, I would be free of that. Let me be free to go in whatever direction, whether or not it's up, down, north, south, east, or west. The whole point is to have the freedom to choose and to go with whatever is within my spirit. And I think that this had a lot to do with my sexual orientation, as well as my spiritual religious beliefs, because I am bisexual. And I think it was an agenda against LGBT that had nothing to do with me personally as a human being. So again, when you're looking at human beings, you have to forgive them. And for so long, I was affected and I was caught up in that. Because to be honest with you, I could go either way as far as with that is concerned. And so but the main reason for the attack was the witchcraft. And it's the fact that a lot of African American men in this country are programmed against Black women. They are programmed to not want us to have much. All I did was came into my creative genius. I came into those powers and I made money at it. I didn't do anything wrong, but they wanted me to believe I was wrong. And the same person that is connected to my own parents told me that I was wrong because I wanted to heal myself of alcoholism and drug addiction. And the generational hexes that has harmed everybody in my family, cut their life short. That's all I wanted to do was rise above. And they attacked me because of that. They attacked me. They told me as soon as I pulled out a crystal or amethyst, they held up their Bibles because they said, we have done a good job at being sick. And we have capitalized off of being sick. And we are fine and we are comfortable with getting our little disability checks and going and laying down. Because you know what? Hey, I'm an empath. You know that I've suffered from chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia. I've had stomach cancer. I've had heart disease. I've had every damn disease known to man because I'm an empath. And part of the reason for that was because of the negative energy that was constantly, like, I don't understand why these people don't understand that their negative energy is what's bringing forth all of this stuff. And this is one of the reasons why there keeps being so much. And then they'll say that they're controlling the weather to scare them. They don't know that Mama Yemaya is in that weather. She's in the hurricane. She's in the tornadoes. That's her energy.
Yeah.
That's her energy. And Oya and a couple of other ones. Even Papa Legba because they you know what? I grew up in the Midwest and there was always the threat of a tornado. Now, I was never afraid of these tornadoes. And whenever I think back about my survival, you have to think back on how you survived as a child, because that was when most of the trauma happened to you. That was when the big stuff happened to you, because they were able to control you and everything about you. And that is one of the things that I noticed. And I was brought into that kind of family, that kind of environment, so that I could later discern it for other people. And I'm not trying to harm those people. I'm saying, hey, listen, you're sick. You're sick. Your mind is sick. And that's what's making your body sick. And we've spent the last 4 to 5 years as a species on this planet going back and forth about diet and what is healthy or not, which was a total waste of time. It was a total waste of time and total waste of energy, because as human beings, we already know what we need, and what we don't need is that negativity. We don't. Negativity is the worst diet that you can ever follow.
Absolutely.
I could feel it. These people and their problems and their issues and the shit that they got on their heart. I don't feel nothing on my heart. You know why? Somebody was saying to me that I feel better if I would make good with my mother. But I ain't never did nothing to hurt my mama. I was always there for my mama. I didn't even have friends because I was always with my mama. I didn't have no outside resource of love and affection because I was always with my mama. Why is it that after giving up 30-something years of my life to my mama, people still wasn't satisfied with it? Because there's a lot of people that you can't satisfy.
That's right.
And you can't live for other people. So people that were bitter and angry at me, it wasn't even about whether or not people believed it. People are smart. people knew that it was a lie. They knew why it was happening. It was, let's break this person. I want to break her down. I want to break her so that I'm going to force her to move back somewhere. Well, what, you trying to bring me back there in a coffin?
Right.
Trying to bring me back there in a coffin? You attacking me, and then you upset, and then you attacking my babies. There's been plenty of times where I felt like my heart was going to explode. And it had nothing to do with white supremacy or nothing. It was my own mama. It was my own. This person claims that she's related to me by blood. I've given birth to 4 children. And I would rather die. I would rather die than lie on my kids. I would have to have a gun to my fucking head. Can you prove that it was a gun to your head for you to lie on your only daughter? Because that would be the only reason ever. It would have to be an immediate threat to me for me to ever lie on my daughter's character, especially knowing my daughter, knowing my child. As many nights as I have cried to my mother, or the person that's posing as my mother, I've cried to her and I've said, why is every, and I never really talked to my mother because I couldn't decipher. I had to get away from her first before I could decipher what I was going through. But I've always been an empath and a medium. I've always been that. And I tried to get some kind of understanding within my parents, but they never understood me. And the only person that really understands me is the woman that raised me. And she would never go in social media and lie on me, ever. And neither would her son. Neither would her son, because I have had a history of being an empath, and in my entire life, nobody really understood what I was going through. They didn't have any protection for me. I feel like as a child, I should have grown up with a puppy or a dog. My mother hated dogs, but I needed dogs to protect me. And my auntie used to always tell her, my auntie used to always say, yo, cousin Keith would have you out there with his friends, and we call you the dogs, and you be out there with all the dogs, and they be all around you protecting you. That was when I felt the safest. But my mother completely and totally ignored all of that. And she just wanted me to be a prop for her. I was a prop for her. You know, that's how I always felt. And anytime I went through anything that was human, so what I would do is I would make up shit that I could go through just to get attention. And I went through that up until my 20s, until I gave birth. And then I said, I'm not going to do this to myself anymore. And I had the vision. I had a vision of me in another realm. And I was surrounded by angels, and they were all surrounding me. And it was such a cleansing and purifying experience. And I was able to forget about everything that people have put off on me, because even my ex put his shit off on me. They all put their shit off on you, and nobody's saying that I'm perfect at all. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. But what I am saying is that I am better than them, the people that have pointed fingers at me, because I have shown people compassion consistently.
Right.
And I've almost killed myself helping other people. You know what I'm saying? And it was so hard.
I get it.
Hearing people saying that I would ever hurt children. That shit is something that will forever be on my heart, that they said that to me. Like, it's going to take a while for me to get over that as a mother, for me to get countless visits from the Division of Family Services with these sick, and it was done to harm me by the same person that wanted me to feel what they felt. They wanted me to suffer. They wanted me to hurt. And as an empath, I'm just now dealing with that. Because the only thing that I was in, when a person is going through that, they're in survival mode.
What?
And the only thing, because I'm gonna tell you something, if they would have ever came over here and said, we're gonna take your children, which it would have never happened. But if there was ever a world that I would live in where that would happen to me, I know I would fight it to the bitter end.
Right.
I wouldn't be so complacent. I say, check your records, because at any moment we were at risk of that happening. At any moment, if somebody felt emotional, or if the mother goddess, because I'm gonna tell you something, the goddess, that's why I do court cases, sis, because the goddess protected us. Because you know what? All them damn calls, man, I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 times a month. These people was at my door, and they already ready to capitalize off of disadvantaged children, which mines aren't. So I was very diligent, and I had to fight. And it was in my spirit. I couldn't just sit there and go, and be all calm about it. No, I had to fight, because I knew the danger that my children were in.
Right.
That at any moment, if they would have said, we got to take your kid because of this bullshit, and I would have said, no, you're not. I'd have said, you better call a cop, a judge, or the president himself out here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because that was hard. I had to fight for my children based upon my parents who didn't deserve me. So because of the sins of my father and my mother, I had to prove myself. And I did it. Trust me, I proved myself more than enough. But because my parents were doing what they were doing, and they were complacent, and they were stupid, because they didn't realize that their daughter was opening up gateways and doors of healing.
Right.
And instead, we had to go back 3 or 4 generations, and that's okay, because I'm willing to go through whatever it takes to heal my people. I'm willing to go through whatever it takes. And even if I gotta be apart from the comfort of my own mother, then that's what I've got to do, because all that is comfort. That's all that is. But it's not my spiritual journey. My spiritual journey is what I am doing, which is releasing people, because I know that stuff was on me, to the point where I came into this world. I knew the person that I was, but everybody else wanted to paint a different picture of me. And all I wanted to do was live in love.
Right.
And people try to take that love and they tried to twist it. Even the love that I have for children. You know that I'm a child's rights activist. You wouldn't even know it, because these people did such a harmful smear campaign against me, that there were so many people, children, that are now caught up in their web of deception.
Right.
I told y'all what the truth was. And and these people that have, like, for example, with my children, As a woman, I know that I got to have a life partner. There's a lot of people out there, they don't even realize that the fact that they don't have a life partner, they're trying to make their children take the place of somebody that should be a partner. So, for example, if your parent is 20, 30, or 40 years older than you, they're supposed to look older than you. They're supposed to be older. They're not. Your mother is not supposed to be competing with you. And if your mother is talking bad about you behind your back, she's definitely competing with you.
Right.
Even if she says, "Oh, I love you. Oh, I swear to you, I have seen people that have been full of shit, and I have seen these people, and they are so full of crap, and they are very covertly narcissist. And so what is the deal with Black women not being given their rightful place with a man that they consider to be their man or their husband? Why, as a society, have we worked against this? Why are we treating melanated people like children, and people are okay with this? To the point where and I told the truth about the situation. I said, listen, before I even met this person, there was a problem. And this was the reason why. And people, I could tell that a lot of people, even people that were in government, were corrupt enough to go along with that, because they kept coming to my house. They kept coming to my house. Even to the point where we don't even fight with them. We offer them healing. You know how many of them have came to me and said, I'm suffering because of what I do for a living? And then, you know what? And it's because of it was like martial law.
Right.
And it wasn't because I was doing anything wrong. It was just because of people that were able to make these false claims against me. Right. And that was a part of because every time somebody knocks at my door, I think that they're coming to accuse me of something. So I'm shell shocked. Yeah, I have PTSD.
Right, and that will cause you to have PTSD.
Every time somebody comes to that door,
throw something else at you.
Every time I think it's somebody coming to do harm to me. Every single time. And that's not normal. Nobody should have to feel that way. I want these people. You should not have to
be in your home and live in a place of fear that
right.
someone is going to come in and disrupt the peace of your home.
Exactly. I've had the police at my door saying that, they were coming to check on me. Literally after I had been attacked. So the police are the enablers. You're watching these people attack me spiritually. And then you go and you check on people that have been beaten up spiritually. Your mouth is a spiritual weapon. When you accuse somebody of doing even something they haven't done, they still suffer because of the words that are coming out of your mouth, especially empaths. So when you accuse us of something, we're going through the exact same thing that a person that is actually guilty of that would go through. Why would you send somebody through that, knowing that their spiritual condition? And you've been knowing it since that person was born. My auntie told me, she said, when you was younger, we got you in a specialized class because of your spiritual gifts. And my mother never once educated me on this. The only person that educates me on this is my auntie. And she's been suffering with health problems. She's the only one that in my family that will pick up her phone for me and talk to me. The rest of them would only do it for show. That's why I was saying about that Joycelyn chick. I bet you she's in contact with somebody in her family, but it's not the parents.
Right.
They know what's up with her. Because why would you contact somebody that is attacking you and you know they're spiritually attacking you? You can feel the energy. It's very familiar from when you were a child.
Mm-hmm.
In my family, they do rituals. They sit around and talk about somebody like a dog.
Uh-huh.
And that's their ritual. And I've been harmed and hurt by this throughout my life. Being blamed for all of their problems because they knew deep down that I had a spiritual gift, but they felt that I was evil. They felt that I was the wrong person. They blamed me just because I was born spiritually gifted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then to blame my spiritual gifts on drugs. And as an excuse as to why I'm a psychic medium, my auntie, who was my first teacher, she taught me that I could communicate with the dead from the very beginning. When her son died, and after her son died, I remember talking to him, and I still do. I still communicate with him. And they tried to take that away from me by saying it was bad because of the religion of Christianity, because of the Bible. So I've been a victim of religious and spiritual abuse my entire life. And I'm not saying this for you to feel sorry for me. I'm saying this to you so you can be informed of what we go through. Right. You want to know who I am right now as an adult? Go look at Insidious Part 4. Go look at the latest Insidious movie when that woman's father was beating her just because she could communicate with the dead. That's me as an adult right now. You think adult abuse is okay? Why do y'all think adult abuse is okay? By family members. I don't get it. Did you want to say something? Because I don't even know what to say about these people, but I can promise y'all that I know exactly what y'all going through, and the therapies and stuff. We do that behind the scenes. We don't do that in public because there's a lot of people just like me that need to be healed, and they can't heal. They having a hard time healing because they family and somewhere along their ancestral line, there is somebody that feels that they have the benefit of capitalizing off of the struggle instead of focusing on healing. So this is why my healings will be on sale. The spirits want us to heal, and a lot of you are not healed. I can feel the pain that's on your heart chakra. I can feel the pain that's on your solar plexus, and I can feel everything that y'all feel. So this is the reason why we do this. This is either the truth or either fiction. Which one do you want? Do you want to actually create your reality as the way? Because I'm telling you, that's what it is. Because any child could quickly fall into their parents' reality. And I've told my kids, I've said, get out. I have told my kids, I said, I sat down, I said, you know what? I said, your grandmother, and they are trying to facilitate this indoctrination of this imprisonment. And I've told my kids, I said, go, get out. I said, do not ever, ever, ever. I said, leave me. I'm supposed to be alone. I'll do better when I'm alone. When my children, hell, when my children leave the nest and I know they doing good, and my kids can tell me anything, mama, I ain't doing good. Well, then, okay, let's fix this. But when they go and they doing good, I have no question. I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, I'm upset, so I want my child to be upset because I'm not ready to let go.
No.
And that's what my mother has done to me. And I'm telling y'all, and she is yet to come out and say anything worthwhile that anybody would want to listen to. Because as a mother, I will throw myself on the chopping block. I've done it. When those people were investigating me, they told me, they said, we know you love your kids. They said, we don't doubt that you love your kids, but we got to do our job. We don't doubt that. We know you love your kids. We know that you doing everything you can for them. And it would make me feel better because how dare you already, I'm already doing the job of two people that should be done by two people. And for you to attack me and to accuse me, that was awful. And I went through that. And I would sit here and I would say to them, I say, these children will be taken away from me over my dead body. So the state of Georgia and everybody else knows that if that day ever came, then I know that it's something wrong.
Right.
And I wouldn't let my kids go. I wouldn't do it. I'm already letting them go. They already trying to force them out of the house. And I got a 5-year-old. A 6-year-old. I have a 6-year-old. And I want more children. And I don't want my children to be forced out of the home, but there's other people trying to force them out of the home strictly because of their agenda.
Right.
And yeah, I want them to go their own way strictly because I don't want them to go through this.
Right.
Every single day, I worry about my son's well-being because he reminds me of my father. My father is a very lonely man. He's a very lonely man, and he prides himself on his career. But you lonely. You ain't got your daughter. You ain't got your grandchildren. You ain't got your wife. What the fuck are you doing to where you feel the need to be alone? So I got a lot of issues with my father. You know what I'm saying? Because when my kids move out, when my kids get married and move out, I gave my daughter, when my daughter came home pregnant to me, I told her and her boyfriend, I said, look, this is my job as a parent. I support you 100%. So my daughter is allowed to leave the home. She's not a prisoner. None of my children are prisoners. And you know what? You know what? I refuse to let anybody cause me to make me feel like my family is a burden because my daughter is only 15. One of my daughters is turning 17. She's got a birthday coming up, but the other one will turn 16. Okay. And she's, you know, I'm perfectly fine with her being in the home with me, her and her child.
Right.
My son, he'll be 19. He's going to be getting himself together to get himself, you know, because nobody should be doing that. And you know what? That's one thing that I'm going to reiterate to my children, and I've told them that, and they have seen that. And I think my daughters had to go through it. They had to go live with my mama to appreciate their mama, is what they had to do. Because my mama wouldn't even let them leave the house, ever. She wouldn't let them leave the house. They were prisoners in her house. You know, I don't want you to go to no birthday party, no nothing, not to the mall, not to get your hair done, to get your nails done, stay in the house and do school. So we were really worried about the children, because children need more than just school.
Right.
They need more than just that.
You need those social interactions to learn how to build healthy relationships in your life, to go throughout your life.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's one of the reasons why when we move, and only when we move, will I get Jacob in school. And I'm not going to say which school, because my mother would regularly call the schools. She did it when we were in Kansas. And I don't know if it was my mother, if it was people that was within the church, because I've got an uncle who just passed away, who was a pastor. So my family is heavily and deeply involved in the church.
So is mine.
Yeah.
I get that.
So for me to give you information to tell you that there are minerals and herbs and crystals that will heal you, they said I was evil for that. So knowing self and knowing this is bullshit, I'm going to continue to fight back against that, because that's what they're telling you that is evil. They're telling you that the education that I'm giving you, massage therapy, love, healthy thoughts, positive thoughts, they're telling you that that's BS. And that is something wrong with my spirituality.
I definitely relate to that.
If you ask me, I am the poster child. I am the poster child for the problem that plagues that plagues Black women every day. And when I got tapped in because I could sit up here and go, I ain't doing no more spiritual work. Y'all know I could go and be a real estate agent and make millions of dollars. I choose to do this because it's what I love doing.
Right.
And I am going to dabble in real estate, but I'm 100% in spirit.
Right.
So what did you want to say about this? Let me see if we got any other callers, because we've been on here for at least an hour, and this person has not, nobody has called in right now. I want y'all to call in if y'all think that I'm some kind of predator or pedophile. Just everything that you know within your discernment. That's what I wanted to do, a challenge today. Let's not beat around the bush. I have nothing to hide. The only reason why I ain't on camera right now is because my hair is halfway done and I got on my nightgown. I don't have nothing to hide. But they do, and they hiding behind me.
You've given them the platform to come and address things, up front, one-on-one. Here's your time. Here, I'm giving you my time to say what you want to say, and they haven't showed up.
They won't ever do that, and one of the reasons why is because they can't face me because they know that it's a lie. Now, this is what I want to tell you. I've defended R. Kelly and Michael Jackson just recently, and that is because I know how people can be. I have said, give people due diligence for their trial.
Right.
That's all I've said, is that people are innocent until proven guilty. Because I've carried the burden of a guilty person, and I'm not guilty. I've never violated a child. Ever. But they persecuted me as a person that did. Now, explain to me why this is just and fair, especially being that I have been known to speak out about the atrocities of children that have been carried out just because of my own childhood.
It's not fair. It's one of those things that it's not fair. And then what people will do before all the facts are even out there, what they're doing is prosecuting through media, whether it be social media, broadcast media, what have you. And the court of public opinion is not always.
And you know what?
The court of public opinion is not where these things should be carried out. If it was something that they had an issue with you about, they should have been man or woman enough to come to you directly and say, hey, this is what's going on. I heard X, Y, and Z about you, rather than me put up here and make a video about you, or throw these accusations out online about you. I'm going to bring it to you first.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I'm going to say to you, and you know what, not to mention the fact that these people, let me tell you what these people did. These people took a perfectly innocent video. They put shadows over it so that they could present it as if I am a sexual predator. It's been horrible. This, in my opinion,
I don't care.
In my heart of hearts, this has caused a lot of our people to be held back. I hate to tell you that. It has. It's caused our people to take a back seat.
Right.
It has, you know, just because of that. And it's only been through the grace of God. I was one up against many. And it was so weird because my message is of peace and love.
Right.
But we can't have no peace until we fight against whatever this is that's trying to fight, you know, because this spirituality that a lot of us are practicing within the Black community is death and destruction. And I've seen Black people that care more about animals than they care about themselves. And something's gonna have to give. So I just, yeah, there is, because I've never, ever, and that's why this year my spirits want to focus on healing, because as a person that has went through that, I don't want to keep going through it for the rest of my life. You know, continuously reliving this childhood memory. It doesn't serve me at all.
Right.
It doesn't. You know, every time they accuse,
once you know it's an issue that you've dealt with and you've done your healing work to get past, and then for someone else to keep throwing the same thing over and over and over again back into your face, it's disrespectful. Not only to your spirit, but it's to the healing work that you've already done.
And I've already dealt with the fact that my mother is who she is. And that was hard enough. That was hard enough because I didn't even, you know, and I believe that if your mother is that malignant to you, you must be destined for greatness. You must be. Because why are you trying to stomp out all of my potential?
That comes from a place of someone who's jealous of your gift.
And I've actually...
They're jealous of a gift that they won't take the time to even understand.
Yeah.
So what they do is, you know, they try to tear it down at any chance they get.
And I've actually, guys, for the past 3 years, I felt a tremendous weight on my heart. And it's not because of anything I've done. It's because of my own people that, you know, they just, I don't know what's up with African-American people and this crab in a barrel mentality. And that's really all that it is a crab in a barrel mentality.
African American, and within here in the African American community, we would rather tear each other down just so we can make it ahead and get to the top before we, you know, say, this is my brother, this is my sister, let's help each other get to where we all need to be and have a place of growth where we can all go into something better.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
I agree. And I think that when you want to go to those lengths, there must be some information that person must have. Either information or either power or energy that person has that those people want, and they don't want it to be told. And see, another thing is that I've noticed that our own melanated people will take our energy and sell it for $50. I don't get welfare or disability. I don't get any of that because I'm not disabled. I'm an empath. So I've never taken the easy route. And please believe that that's what they want you to do. And I'm not downing people because I know that there's many of my own people that are just like me spiritually that you got drove crazy by this program that they have you under. Instead of you being able to make that discernment and say, you know what? I came across this spirit. I came across that spirit. From the beginning, I was able to discern it. You know, the slaves in Kansas City were speaking to me before I even ever left. They are the ones that led me out of my hometown, was the spirits of the slaves. And they kept moving me from place to place, from different situations. And I go and get a job this place and that place. And okay, yeah, you got your, you know, the spirits taught me a lot of hard lessons because my mother refused to tell me who I was. So when I got my real estate license, which I love real estate, I'm a spiritualist that loves real estate. I love doing that. You know what I'm saying? And so what they did was they attacked my child to get me to shut up about it. They did. And I don't even have to talk about that because you know what? The everything is served its own purpose. But that happened to me as a mother. It was always something going on up at the school. It was always something that led me to where I am at today. And then when I got to understanding it, I started understanding what was going on. And it followed me. And And as I'm sitting here being judged by a principal of my kid's school, which at that point I had done nothing, this person judged me based upon their record or their attendance record in Missouri, which had totally different attendance standards. And I knew, I said, listen, I said, we have been through hell. It's almost like escaping from a freaking cult. Why do these people want me tied to this state? The state of misery, aka Missouri. I am from Kansas City, Missouri, which is an anagram for misery. Why did they need to keep me tied to that state? I threw the cards on it. I know who I am. You see what I'm saying? And so it was just consistent. And at the end of the day, what they found out was that, what you'll find out is that if your family members are attacking you all at once, you're going to be tired. You're going to be sick. You're going to be sleepy.
Yeah.
And we've all found that out, man. And you can feel them attacking you. And they will never understand hell until they have gone through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is the hell. Is standing up for who you are and what you believe in. That's where you're going to go through hell. Most people are willing to go through hell. To be, you know what I'm saying? To stand within you, who you are, which is, for me, I've always been a mother, a wife, a lover. You know what I'm saying? And that's who I am. That is my agenda. My agenda is love and self-love.
Right.
That's always been my agenda. And I don't understand these people that want to continuously stay attached to that. But I'm gonna tell you something. The people that are really, really benefiting from my energy, they getting paid big time. In fact, they done got fatter over the past couple of years. And you would never think that a freaking nobody is somebody. That's what I see myself as. And if that's this is delusion of grandeur. Well, why is it that I couldn't move to another state without all of this? Literally, all I did was move to another state. I never touched a child. I never harmed another child. I've never done anything, but just moving to another state, they wanted to label me as anything, a bad mother, a pedophile. No, I have compassion. I talk to women every single day.
Right.
Jamila, my husband is possessed. He's possessed. And there's so many women that know that know what the hell is going on.
Right.
And they're not just willing to walk away. So a lot of you that have problems and issues in y'all relationships, do I always tell you just to walk away? No, I don't. I tell you exactly what it is. And 9 times out of 10, it's either a manipulator or a demonic force that is forcing people apart. Consistently, when I've done readings for people, I always tell them, hey, listen, I can see that, yeah, this is this person but I can see the manipulation that is happening, because why does it keep happening over and over again? Either it's that these people are sending people to do the same thing over and over again, or it's a spiritual energy, something that's happening energetically to make that keep happening over and over again. So what do you do?
Right.
Do you just walk out on people and say, oh, well, I guess I'll just be alone for the rest of my life? This is not the right thing to do either.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to really start paying attention to what is happening spiritually with everything. With everything that we see. I think that the whole thing, when people try to label you as something, I think that that's a distraction from something else. And it's energy. Right. It's spiritual energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing I can tell you, that when they're accusing you of something, they're feeding.
Mm-hmm.
They're feeding. They're feeding off of your spiritual energy. Oh, this person is a guru, is a spiritual guru, and I want to go after this person. And they didn't even wait. They could see my success, and they didn't even wait until it fully manifested itself. They said, we want to stomp this out before it even starts.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Which is why a lot of us have been assassinated. Anybody that brings any kind of human unity, anybody that does that, they want to destroy. Anybody that's good, they want to tell you that these people are good, but then again, what are the results that they are producing? Nothing but a bunch of hate.
Right.
They've done nothing good.
Mm-hmm. It's because these are the same type of people that see hate and division as being profitable.
Mm-hmm. And I don't see hate and division as being profitable. Yeah, I can remove that from you.
Right.
But and you know what? Yeah, I guess you could say that I'm profiting from it.
No, I wouldn't say you were profiting.
Yeah.
You're the type of person that you don't want to see your heart of hearts. You don't want to see anybody hurt, downtrodden.
Right.
To their their lowest breaking point. If it's something that you can do to help somebody not be in that place, that's what you're willing to do.
And I talk to people all the time that are suicidal, that are hurting, and all they family can do is sit around and speak spells against them. So the English language and the language that you're speaking to each other is harmful.
Yeah.
It's harmful. And
so.
It's not showing people the right way. It's not showing people to their prosperity. That's where I want to lead people to, is their prosperity, so that they don't have to worry about money.
Right.
If you're not worrying about money, then you're focused on yourself.
Right.
Then you can actually take the time to facilitate in that healing. But if you are steadily focused on paying your bills and money problems, you're going to continue to stay caught up in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And prosperity is here for all of us. And what are we feeding? Are we feeding some other dark universe? Why is there not enough for people to live off on?
Right.
And why do we continue to make the same mistakes? I just, every time I do a reading on somebody, I'll see it in the cards and it'll all be reversed because all of that energy will be wasted. I can tell you that it's an energy being wasted on an entity that feeds and feeds and feeds and feeds, and it's never satisfied. Never. It sits and eats all day long, just stuffing itself with food, talking about, oh, these kids that are born out of wedlock shouldn't eat. Can we talk about how they feel that children that are born out of wedlock should not have quality food in their stomachs before we talk about everything else?
Right.
That's all I said. And the only thing I said was that a person is guilty until proven, a person is innocent until proven guilty. But the way that we do it is that the person is guilty before proven innocent. And that's not right, because I'm going to tell y'all something. It's a lot of innocent people that got the finger pointed at them and they are innocent. And they ain't did nothing. All I know is that I'm about righteousness. So court cases, guys, y'all know where I'm at. And that's why I'm fighting for justice right now. That's why I'm doing it. God is tired of it. The lies, the deception, the deceit. Telling people they don't understand their own intuition. So, and this is one of my things about it, is that this is one of the things that I do. I make sure that people get a fair shake. So I do court cases for people. I sure do. And I have been, I'm being persecuted because of the court cases that I do for people. You know why? Because there's an energy and an entity, and it doesn't affect me. It doesn't, but it affects a lot of people. And it causes them to feel that they don't have another choice or another path because they're not ever shown another path. So when you can show a person another path and you can say, you know what, you got all this prosperity right here. You don't have to do this. There's so many people out here in this world that need to be healed. We got healers and stuff out here. And you know what? They don't need to beg for nothing. We don't need to beg for nothing. We've got a place in every facet of society. But we can no longer continue to deny what is happening spiritually and how we are affecting people spiritually. And I've had heart problems. I've had anxiety. And the only reason is because I have a heart. Ain't no demonic entity tried to burn me up in no fire. I've had stress and strain put up on me. And then I've had to suffer the sins of my father, which is what they claim is okay. So because you have a problem and an issue, because my father was there, and everybody got their own different story as to why they felt the need to come for me and to attack me. But the bottom line is that I am connected with spirit, and spirit is always going to take care of me.
Right.
Because what I've been doing is I have been trying to lead people to healing. That's it. That's all.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I think the human race can still save itself.
Yeah.
I think we can still be saved. So I'm fighting for human beings. I'm fighting for people.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right.
So, you know, that's what we're about. And if you guys want to join my apprenticeship, you know where to reach me, because at this point, you know, I just want things to be fair for everybody. Quit assuming people are guilty until you know all the facts. That's all.
Right.
So,
and
anyway,
then make sure that you're actually really getting the facts and not getting a version of the truth.
Right. Exactly. I've noticed that people that are doing good, they are consistently being judged by people that are doing bad.
Right.
And it's obvious that they are. Like, everybody has that discernment. And I don't want y'all to lose that discernment that you have. You know what we need to focus?
Everybody has it, but not everybody listens to it. That's the problem.
We need to focus on our power and our power of manifestation, so that we can have protection and so that we can have security and financial security. As women, we have an ability to do this, and we don't have to lie on people. We don't have to tell half truths. We don't have to play victim. As women, we are magnanimous on our own. You know, I don't even know if that's a word, but we don't have to do this kind of crap.
Right.
So I truly believe that. And no, I am not a pedophile or a predator. I love children because I've been a child and I'm still a child. We're all still children. We still are dealing, but it depends on how your adult child is dealing with your child, your younger child.
Right.
I had an understanding even when I was a child. There was never any confusion.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I was even doing spiritual work as a child.
Yeah.
It wasn't just when I was an adult. I was doing it even before. I've been doing spiritual work since I was a baby. So the first 30-something years of my life was me doing spiritual work that I never got any compensation for. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yemaya is the mother of all children, and Yemaya is not a sexual pedophile. She's not a predator. She's not a pedophile.
Right. You're absolutely right.
And as long as we continue to stay caught up in this BS, we're going to continue to be held back. I'm ready to, guys, I'm going to start making my candles this week. And that's the only thing that I am focused on at this point. And see, I'm doing spiritual work for people. And I get to make my own candles for the spiritual work that I'm doing for people. So That's what we should be focused on. We're focused on progression and transcending beyond all of this crap, because that's what it is crap that we need to throw away as a human race. So my focus is my candles. My focus is bringing yoga to people and starting to get into yoga, because yoga can actually heal you of a lot of different things, as well as acupuncture and massage therapy. So there's a lot of different therapies that I'm trying out right now. So if you are somebody that is wanting to get into the business, and you can use me as a guinea pig, for real, just contact me, for real. I'm serious. You know, it's a lot of people out there. I've had people contact me. I get a lot of people that contact me over here in Georgia. And these people want to meet me in person. And I don't have no problem with that. I have a couple of clients over here that I know in person. And, you know, I'm trying to incorporate that. But, you know, I'm getting things established. So, you know, a lot of my apprentices are going to use me as a guinea pig. And I don't mind y'all doing it, because a lot of y'all that contact me, I'll talk on the phone with y'all for 5 minutes and I'll be like, oh my God, I feel like you an angel and you've healed me. And I don't say that to many people. But I've actually talked to people and told them, I said, hey, you know, and I'm giving personal invitations as well as random invitations to join my coven to people. So we may even have more than 12 people. We're going to end up with more people than just 12 people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they contact me about the apprenticeship, and they have spiritual gifts that I can sense, and I'll ask them to join me, because I know their spiritual gifts. And so you guys need to take heed to that. When I tell you that, I'm telling you, when I tell you that I feel a certain energy from you, it's the truth.
Right.
And we got to come together. And it's not just about proving that we're innocent. We're not on trial. We're not. It's about manifesting what it is that you want and being a part of something that you can be proud of.
Right.
That's what it's about. Did you have anything else that you wanted to say? Because I'm going to wrap this up.
You know, the only thing else I would love to say to you is just to continue to do what you're doing, do the work that you know, and walk into your truth as you have been doing.
I will, and I'm making that promise that I will. But y'all already know that. You know, it's a lot of people that already know that. But I want y'all to know that in 2019, going into 2020, this is going to be a very pivotal year for us. So you got to think about 2020 in a year from now, and where you want to be and where you want your family to be. So I appreciate that a lot, because where I want my family to be is very prosperous, very happy, very healthy, and looking forward to a bright future. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. Are we living in the end of times? We're living in the end of times. We're not living in the end. We will still be here 10 years from now. So you need to make it all count. And that's what we're focused on. And you know what? I want to say this to people. If y'all continue to stay focused on the persecution, we got to rise above that. We got to rise above that. And you know, Yemaya, she's gonna keep all her children, whether or not they like it or not. You know, we've had a lot of different natural disasters. We've had hurricanes, tornadoes, all kind of stuff that has happened. Exactly. You know, and that's how I feel. So that's the team that I'm on. Do y'all understand me? Breaking all of these cycles and these family problems and issues. You think I got a problem with either one of my children? Ask them. Ask either one of my children. And you know what? Even though I went, you know, you may go through some stuff with your children. That's not the end of it. That's just the journey.
Whatever they may be going through and you going through with them, it's a lesson in it. It's something for you all to learn there and grow from it together.
Yeah. And as a mother, if my child is going through something, I'm 1,000,000% behind their back.
Right.
I don't care if I'm in social media. I don't care if I'm in church or if I'm talking to the pastor. Because as a mother, your children represent your inner child. Your children represent you. So it's not just that, it's healing the relationship between the mother and the child. Because I get a lot of people that come to me, like probably 99% of the people that I help, they have an issue with their mama. And that's a problem. That's a serious problem.
Right.
So anyway, guys, if you want private readings, the link is below. As far as with the consultations and everything, you guys got to understand that I have to get paid for my time. I do. I have to get paid for my time. And I'm not going to lower my prices just because these people want to lower my image.
Right.
Okay. I don't just advertise on YouTube. I advertise on a lot of different platforms. So I'm not going to lower myself and lower what my energy is worth. I can't do that any longer. You know, especially being that there are hundreds of people on here that are charging more. So I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just, yeah, you know, and I'm going to tell y'all something. I interviewed for a position with a psychic network, and I'm glad I didn't get it. But I interviewed, and that person told me, they said, I don't want to step on nobody's toes, so I can't hire you. So what I did was I went and I created Divine Services. And a lot of the women that I have dealt with, they have transcended, you know, that that limit that they put on themselves. People put limits on themselves every day. And I don't want you guys to ever look at me and feel any type of way about yourself, because I'm a reflection of you. So that's why you can't believe crap that people tell you. It's a scam. And they're telling you it's a scam. Okay, I do real spiritual work, not Hollywood shit. Even though I like some of the Hollywood movies and TV shows, I do real spiritual work to where I can break your contract. I can go and talk to the devil and say, hey, you need to release this person from their contract, or either the demon, And then that's said. A lot of people are not doing that kind of spiritual work. They're not. And the devil, the one that they portray in the Bible, is mad at me, but I don't care. And I'm still alive. Kicking and screaming. So believe what you want to believe, but believe in yourself. What did your mind tell you the first time? And just understand that these people out here calling me a pedophile, their own mothers are the pedophiles. We've actually exposed that over and over again. Because none of my children are out there selling their body. Hello? My kids have jobs. My oldest daughter has a job. And I'll never tell you where she works at. So we don't do that, honey. You know, all that pedophilia is based upon what? Trafficking in the sex industry. I save people from the sex industry, which is essentially yourself. So save yourself from yourself. But trying to, hire, a lot of people will bring people into their circle that either they think or they want to be. Look, you're recreating your victimhood. That's all you're doing. We're all about healing over here and transcending that. The only thing we're concerned about is prosperity, money, and healing. We don't care about none of that other crap that you're talking about. Expose the person that actually victimized you. Stop trying to expose people in social media that have never met you and have nothing to do with you. We got a lot of sick people out here who think they're powerful spiritually, but they're not. I'm going to tell y'all something. My enemy will never be as powerful as me. That's why my enemy could not come and confront me in person. They're only in a chat room. They will not call in to 516-590. Okay, we got another caller on the line. Let's see who this is. Caller, you're live.
Hello, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I was just listening to your other call about, bringing really yourself up compared to your enemies. And I think that's a good point. So last year, my house, I actually lived with just another roommate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we basically bought this house together just outside of Oklahoma City. And it really sucks because there was a tornado. I don't know if you heard about it. F5 tornado blew it all away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really just wondering, what are your thoughts on Howard Stern's penis?
On how what?
Howard Stern's butthole.
Okay, that's a troll, yeah.
It's a prank caller.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get rid of that person. Okay. So again, these people cannot call in and face me. They can't do it. Not on my platform.
No.
Because they know that this platform is being ran by the gods and the angels. That's why.
Right.
So at the end of the day, that's all it is to it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for calling in, though, sis. I appreciate y'all calling in today.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I do so much. And you know what? I want to connect more with you guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to become an apprentice, you can email me and we can talk, because now is the time. I'm making my choices now. Like, I'm picking apprentices right now. I'm not allowing the enemy to defer away from that, because the enemy decided to attack me when it saw that I was bringing in other people under my apprenticeship. And, so when you have that kind of power, when you call your people to you in the physical form, they get scared because they know that their BS is going to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to reach me, even you, sis, contact me, okay? Contact me and we can talk behind the scenes.
Email as soon as we get off this call. There's some things that I wanna say to you that this is not the platform to say them on, but most definitely I will be shooting you an email.
Absolutely. I look forward to that. I will be contacting you guys. Send me your number and I will be contacting you because it's time for us to, because you know what, let's not be distracted anymore.
Right.
Let's not do it anymore. Let's go, because we've been distracted for the past week or so, you know, ever since this, you know, this person came out and it said the most ridiculous things, you know. Listen, if you're a grown woman and you 18 or over, you can contact me for the apprenticeship. And this is all about magic and manifesting. Yeah, this is not about a sexual thing, even though our sexual energy is very valuable.
Yeah.
But this is about banding together. This is about coming together. This is what they don't want. So I'm going to make it a personal mission of mine every day to make sure that I speak to you guys every day to say, hey, listen, let's band together.
Right.
And let's stop playing victim, because I'm not playing victim. I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor and I'm a fighter. And I'm already victorious.
Right.
So ain't nobody, there's a difference between being a victim and being victorious.
Absolutely.
If you stand in your victimhood, listen, every woman has been victimized. Every woman. It was a part of the learning process. And if you take that learning process and you apply it the way you're supposed to, then you can come out it with everything that you want. The purpose of your victimization or them victimizing you or trying to make you a victim had nothing to do with your true spiritual nature. It was to get you in touch. So I'm always here. If you ready to, you know, to buy houses and boats and then that's what we own. If you ready to go, oh, woe is me, the man done kept me down, then I don't have no use for you, because I feel like that's your master. If you know what you got and you know you can use it to get what you want,
right,
then I want to hear from you. Okay. And then also sometimes I run across y'all in readings. I'll be like, okay. But yeah, specifically, you know, and I've got a group on Facebook, just to let you guys know. I already have a group set up for us on Facebook. Okay. So you'll be added to the group once you are in. And the group is the Coven of Wealthy Witches. Because, you know, so yeah. So that's what that's what the name of the group is. And we'll be talking about this on a daily basis. We'll be talking about protection. We'll be talking about prosperity. We'll be talking about all of that. And your protection does not have to be throwing somebody under the bus. Not all the time.
Right.
Sometimes you got to let folks know. Sometimes you got to get in folks' ass and let them know who you are. But you don't have to stay caught up in that. So a lot of y'all need to go ahead and you need to let go. You need to release yourself from that crap. And you need to come and join me. And stop being scared. Stop being scared. Hello? Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, shit. I'll call you right back. my phone is connected to my speaker and shit. I don't want people to hear my private conversation. When y'all ready to join me, y'all know where to reach me. And we ain't going nowhere but up and out, for real. We're transcending beyond this stuff. And so just send me a friend request, contact me via email, or either call me 770-686-7461. And, we'll start to talk about your apprenticeship. Okay. All right. Thank you for calling in. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Okay. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and cut off Blog Talk and get this cut off because, yeah, I've been, yeah. Thank you. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut off Blog Talk. All right. So y'all know where to reach me. Okay. We do court cases over here. We do hex removals over here. We do the big stuff. We do the high ticket stuff. We don't do the I'm emotional and I feel like this person is prettier than me. And I feel like, no, we tap into your north. We tap into your spiritual energy and your spiritual nature. And I don't feel like we need to do this separately. We need to do this in a group effort. Okay. So you guys contact me. Love and light. I'ma always give you tough love. Quit wasting your time on the gold digging and the tricking and all that stuff. Quit wasting your time on all that stuff. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.